And then this should go live. All right. And okay. It should be fine, right? Let me just do this real quick. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to. So you could see it from there. Is the Twitch one working correctly? Does everything sound like okay? All right. Like, it shouldn't say... The title's all weird and stuff, though, right? For some reason. It shouldn't be. Yeah, my mod view on Twitch is not working, though. And then the title is weird, actually. I have the title changed. Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be like that for both of them. I've never streamed on YouTube, so... Let me, You did? Oh, that's crazy. Well... No artifact? Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, that's working. Alright, maybe I could change it now. Let's try that. Oh. The title should be fixed now on YouTube. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it finally showed up in like the... I had to do it directly on YouTube. It's... The restream thing is not... It says it changed it, but it didn't. It's fine. Yeah, whatever. Let's grab this. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm not going to stream Epic 7, because everyone's just going to summon for SSB, and people are going to watch that shit, and I don't have to do it, so... Yeah, it is. Restream is really weird. It doesn't have the list of games either. Doesn't have a good list of games at all. The amount they show is like really limited. All right. Well, I mean, at least I have it go. Except my mod view is not working for Twitch at all. Is the Twitch stream working? Actually, I could check. Yeah, my Twitch stream is working. My mod view is not, though. Yeah, I'm gonna do some summons in Genshin right now. Cause, Here, let me make this a little bigger. While I do this. We're in a new month. So... It's time to try my luck and see if I can get something here. I'm gonna use them on him, too. I don't know when's the last time... How deep am I into this? I've never gotten anything of value from this thing. Ever. $39. Alright. So let's see what we get here. Hi. Well, at least now I know it's working. I see both of you guys. The guys from YouTube and the guys from Twitch. You guys are both coming through. I can read your chats. It's a very Rosaria type of summons that I've had. Well, at least I got a 4-star out of this. Alright. And I am going to try. I am going to try for him. I mean, the chances are slim. With only 5. I've already done a lot of summons, though. And my next 5-star is a guaranteed. Not even a purple. Not even a purple. Nah. I hate these weapons. Well, that's sad. I got a Rosaria out of it. I guess I shouldn't complain. I got Rosaria. Another duplicate. For Alchemy stars, I'm in global. Yeah, and I'm really happy I could see both of you guys from Twitch and YouTube on here. It's the first time I've tried doing this, so I'm glad it's working. Hi. Yep, I see both of you guys. All you guys from YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, you can add me. Why not? Let me go in here. Yeah, there's a lot I have to do here. Yeah, in Alchemy. Yeah, you can add me in Alchemy stars. I'll actually get back to that in a minute. Let me do all this stuff. So I haven't done anything today. Snow Lilac. It's the same. I try to keep it the same to make it easier for people. Actually, I don't know if you need a different number in this. I haven't tried adding friends in this. I've had people friend me quite a bit. Oh, I see. The ID, huh? You should be able to see it right there. You should be able to see it right there. I don't know. I know it's working. My moderator view isn't, though. For some reason. Alright. Let's get moving here. Let's get that. And I'll get this. And... I actually have to do a bunch of stuff because I've been preoccupied. I mean, I've made some progress, but I've been doing so much other stuff like making YouTube videos and setting this up to stream on both platforms. I had to redo everything because I was using Streamlabs, but to do this, it's better to just use OBS. If you want to do it for free, you have to just use OBS. So all right. I actually had to do some stuff this morning because I realized, oh crap, I didn't have any of the alerts and stuff ready, like set up in my OBS. Not on this this particular scene thing that I'm using. Oh, I can do one more. There's this. All right, let's do that. Numbers? Yeah. I think you may have to put this ID over here. This number in the corner? Oh, crap. I think you may have to put this number. I think. $201-332-734. I think you have to put this number. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was, you know, all of these games have different requirements. Sometimes you just put the username. Sometimes you need to put the ID. I never know which way the game is going with it, so. Welcome. Yeah, it can be confusing sometimes because games just do it differently. So then it gets, you're like, I don't know if they want the username or the number. Like, what do they mean by the ID? Sometimes it's really confusing. Yeah, my mod view is kind of suspect. It's not showing me exactly. What the heck is this? Let's do that. Alright. Yeah, I can see there's more people in the chat. Like, on Twitch anyway. Yeah, that happens. My account was incredibly water lightning heavy. I'll show you the main team I use. I don't use a mono team as my main team really. This is the team I use. Sometimes I switch her. This is really the team I use. I've leveled up another character and sometimes I change Connolly out, but this is really the team I did everything with, mostly. I mean, I didn't have Carlene. It took me a little while to get her. I was using... Who was I using in place of Carlene? I can't remember. Oh, I was using him. But I switched to this, and I like using this just because all of my units get to attack when I use blue tiles, and then when I can use yellow tiles to make 2 units attack. I like this team just because the overall utility in the team. I think it's important to have someone like who teleports, units that convert tiles, like these 2. I was originally using all water when I didn't have Michael, but I got Michael relatively early. She was the second 6-star that I got. Other than the guaranteed one. Like, she's the guaranteed one I got on the beginner banner. Then I pulled her. She was my second one. And then she was my third. But I'm powering her. Like, she's my most power up unit. Michael. What do you want me to do here? Clear a stage. Yeah, I gotta do all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, let me do this correctly. I was thinking, except it's reversed, so I need to make sure I don't do that incorrectly. Alright, let's get started with actually doing something. Actually... I have gold. No, there's like no information on that. That's the good part about this game and why I kind of like it. Because everyone started basically at the same time, so there's no real information on other units. I think there were some other characters. I think someone mentioned in one of the videos I was looking at. Someone in the comment section asked if they had information about any of the other characters from the closed beta testing. Because I think there were a couple of units in there that aren't in the game yet, so maybe those are probably the ones that will likely have banners. I'm trying to get my lightning team ready to go because I think I need that team to beat the last part of the story. So I've been trying to level up my lightning team. I know, I just accepted it. I didn't want to accidentally click off of it. Here we go. Yeah, so like there's no luckily there's no information. It makes it kind of information about banners is great because then people could tell you what to save for. But it also kind of sucks. Don't tell me this froze. It didn't. Okay. The good part about not knowing about banners, though, is that we actually get to enjoy the units and people aren't telling you to save for a unit that's coming out 6 months later. All the units, it's a lot like Arc Knights, honestly. All the units that are in this game right now that are 6 stars are really good. So if you get any of them, you're in a good place. Oh, that is true. I actually could do the dailies while doing this. I don't like leaving my stamina overcapped. It's just a resource management thing. But I'm building up my lightning team. I also have to do a couple of other things that don't cost stamina, but since I just logged in for the first time on this, I'm trying to I don't want my stamina to be overcapped. I have to do the spires, I have to do the territory thing. So I actually don't want audio in this at all. Yeah, that's what I usually do. I try to multitask. I did my monthly summons in Genshin. Which didn't really do much for me. I was like, maybe I'll get Kazuha from these. And that did not happen. I don't wanna... whatever. I should really just switch, honestly. Yeah, in Alchemy Stars, there's a lot of progress I have to make. And quite a bit. I'm trying to take it slow. Since it's a PvE game, it's not like you have to rush it. I know people are on like Spire 70 at this point. But... yeah, I play Counterside too. I play a lot of other games, is why I haven't made that much progress in this either. I play Counterside too, and yeah, in that one, the characters are really important. And having like a bunch built because they do the bans in PvP. So it's like you have to just keep building units to keep on top of it. Yeah, Counterside's not too bad. Getting duplicates of the units is a little... it's more challenging to get duplicates in Counterside than getting the units. It's not too bad. I'd say it's easier to get the units than in Alchemy Stars. Alchemy Stars, the summoning rate is more like in Arc Knights. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I play this. They're all different kinds of games, you know? So I play a lot of gacha games. Sometimes it's difficult to keep up with them all, especially when I have to do streaming and making YouTube videos. I try to use some of the stuff I get, you know, from streaming and make videos out of them, but... Yeah, I've actually been doing that quite a bit in Counterside. I was just doing the dailies and then just stopping. Or I would leave it running. Like, after I finished the dailies, I would leave it running to waste all the stamina. Just spam it and let it run, so... Yeah, I got her too, and I kind of feel the same way. I think it's because I'm playing so many games. I can't keep up with all of them. So I've started thinking about which ones I kind of need to let go. But I'm trying to maintain Counterside a little bit. Maybe at least to waste all of my summoning stuff. I actually thought they were going to continue the daily pulse on the Awakened banners, but I noticed that they did not. I thought that was going to be an all the time kind of thing. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff I have to do. And I had, like, other important stuff I had to do. That's outside of streaming and stuff and gaming. Yeah, I'm like that too. My dog and my cat are my babies. I'm like that too. Oh man, I don't know what I answered now because I'm just kind of clicking. You know what? This is... Let me get to... Let's do that. That's drive me nuts. Oh, this thing. Yeah, I really want to play Alchemy Stars. I've just been I've been setting up this dual, you know, thing to stream on both Twitch and YouTube. So I had to redo all my streaming stuff. Yeah, that's why I like it. I'm like, finally, a game that there's no PvP and I could just play it for me. If I had to explain Alchemy Stars, like, to someone, like, that's how I would say it. That's how I would explain it. You just play, like... You can just play this for you. You don't have to worry about rushing, whether, you know... I could take this as slow as I want to. Really. There's no, like, stress to rush through the stages and all of that. I don't need to rush through the game. I could just treat it mostly like playing a console game and take it as quickly as I want to. And I play a lot of other games. You know, I was playing Counterside and trying to be competitive in, like, PvP. I play Epic 7 and I try to be, you know, competitive in the PvP. And I don't even like PvP, but I always try to maintain it. I actually hate PvP, but I am a competitive person, so I try to actually do what I'm supposed to. Because, like, stuff like Epic 7, I have to do Guild Wars type of stuff, so I don't like doing stuff like that where someone else is counting on you. I like to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to. Same thing with Counterside, which is why Counterside, I'm like, man, this is making me have to do way too much. I'm gonna do the territory or something like that. I haven't done it yet. I just want to get my stamina down. I want my stamina to be low enough where I'm not overcapping. Especially since there was a lot of time because I was like fixing the audio. I actually made a ton of videos yesterday. I didn't put them all out on YouTube. I have it set up for some to start today. And then I have to finish some today, so. Yeah, I haven't done the PvP encounter side for a while. Because I'm like, I don't know if I can maintain this game. It's one of the games that I'm kind of looking at not playing anymore, just because I'm playing too many games. And with streaming and making videos and stuff, I can't keep up with it in a meaningful way. Especially that game is, I would say that game leans more towards PvP. There is a lot of PvE content, but the PvP is really important. You really have to be able to buy all the stuff out of the shop, so you have to do it daily. And you have to do all of the matches to get all of the currency that you possibly can. Which is one of the reasons I'm like, you know, if it only forced me to do it like 3 times, maybe I would do it. But I'm like, this is taking up way too much time. Not that it isn't, I mean, it's more entertaining doing the PvP than other games. Because it's active and you have to keep going. What does Wrath do? Like, yeah, that's a good team. I'm not sure what Wrath does, though. So, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to maintain it, at least. Maybe something will kick into me again, and... It happens to me sometimes. Sometimes it kicks back in. I'm like, you know what? I want to actually play this. I'm just playing so many games right now that, with everything else I need to do, I can't. I'm not a fan of PvP, but I will do it. A sniper? Oh, so she's like... I know it's a 6-star. Does Wrath have any other abilities? Like a teleport or something else? Actually, no, Michael kind of has a teleport. Doesn't she? Because the 6-star is usually at stacking, what server am I on? The American server? Or am I playing? I don't even know. I think I'm on the American one. Whatever the American one is. Wherever Americans are playing. Like, Alchemy Stars is the only one I'm not playing on the US server. I wanted to play global so I could play with other people. don't know why the American server is separate. All right, I think that's pretty good for this game, I think. Especially since that's almost done. Then I can do something. I can actually play the game instead of just autoing. Let me take that. Yeah, I'll come back to this later. Side. Okay. And, why is this messing this up? Come on. Alright. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you know, they usually have one that's like the damage dealer, one that's has a teleport sort of thing. Like Michael's isn't necessarily a teleport, but it is. It's a dashing one where she does damage. You teleport to a location and she does damage to all of the units within that area. And then there's some that have like a converter thing to them. Like Carlene is a good example. Like Carlene can teleport. She can convert tiles. Carlene has a lot in her kit. I was thinking... Fire and Thunder. Yeah, I think someone was saying Fire and Thunder. It seems like they're doing... Like they did Water, Fire. And then the double banner was the other two elements. So you could probably expect... Even if these are Fire and Earth, that double banner will probably be the other two elements. And, same. If it's Fire and Thunder, it'll probably be the other two elements on a double banner. I didn't know they were gonna do something like this. Otherwise, I would have saved these stones for it. Like, especially since it uses these. I would have just saved it for this. Because this banner is super good. Yeah, I have to try to look into if there's any information. Someone, like, I haven't seen any videos of it, but someone in the comment section said there were other characters that were in CBT, like the closed beta test of this game, so... The double banner, like, they'll probably replace it with two other units that are the other elements, so you'll always be able to try to get what you need from the banners. I haven't done this yet. Yeah, I remember someone saying... I think it was like... Yeah, I'm not certain what the next banners are going to be. We'll see, I guess, whenever these banners run out, which they should be close. Not that I'm going to have much currency. There's a lot of stuff I can still complete in this to get... I'm on the last stage of the story. This is just a rest stop in this one. I'm on the last stage of the story. I was building up my units, but I was trying to complete the spire. So I've been working on that. Trying to finish, because, again, like I said, I have water and thunder, you know? I have water and thunder units, so... The hell is this? So the spires, I'm trying to get the other two. I was trying to get the other two teams built up to beat 15 at least for the quests. So I've been working on beating the final stage in the story. I'm trying to keep it as minimal as possible because I want to make a video and I don't want people to see it and think they need to have all of these ridiculously over-leveled units just to beat the last stage in the story. Although, the last stage in the story is very difficult. I actually had to level up my Thunder team. Because I think I was going to try to do it with this team. But I think I need at least a couple more lightning in here at least. To make it work. But the spires, I'm like the furthest with the water, obviously. Hey! Yeah, I mean, if you just have one element, it's perfectly fine just because you could get through all the story with it. And honestly, with Thunder, seriously, you could probably get through all of the story with it. Just because even the final stage caters towards the Thunder units more than water units. So... yeah, like, I think I'm in a better position just because I was leveling up some Thunder units anyway. And I like using this particular setup. So let's do this. Yeah, you know, you need all of the teams. Like, in order to beat the story, you could just do it with a team of whatever you have. Like, everyone's account's going to be different. I've heard people say, you know, their account is fire heavy. So they're like, I kind of feel like just making a fire team because that's what I have. And you really just have to go with what you have. You know. Whatever you're getting the most of, you're better off just making a team with those units. And you need full teams of each element anyway for the spire. Yeah, that's a good part about it. Those banners will change, so you could always decide if you want to summon on the double banner. I wouldn't summon on the regular one at all, to be honest. I would just wait till they're put on the double banner or any new characters they put out. Like, all of my teams right now are pretty decent. I can work with what I have. Like, my lightning and water are really set. My other two teams, I have to work on them a lot more. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a couple of things about the new banner, so I'm not certain. I think there is another thunder, which I'm like, I have so many thunder units. Like, I have so many. Although, it would make sense if they did thunder. Thunder Earth would make sense, I guess. If they do different characters. There's a lot of water units in the pool of characters, so... I'm actually gonna do this. Power up my water units. Let's see. Why not? Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to change things up. That's what's good about this game, because they have the Spire thing where you have to build other teams. You won't be able to use the Thunder units in, like, the Earth Spire. The Earth, Water, and... Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh. I'm being raided. Thank you so much for the raid. That's the only thing I can't see. It's going great. How was your stream? Hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following. Oh, I could have just looked at my Twitch. I'm trying to stream off of... This is the first time I've ever streamed from YouTube and Twitch. So... I'm trying to get used to... I could just look at my mod view to see what's going on. I'm trying to get used to it. You know me from E7. Yeah, I do play E7. I absolutely play E7. I'm trying to dabble in this game, but... I do... I'm still playing E7. Oh, thank you so much. How many husbandos do I have? In this game? I'm not really a husbando kind of player, to be honest. I like just cool looking characters. So, my favorite character in Epic 7 is Ravi. I just like small characters with enormous weapons. Probably because I'm small. And I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm waiting for Strays. That's who I really want. Like, he's just a badass looking character. So... Yeah, you like the ears? Hey, Hey, no, we don't discriminate. We don't discriminate here. We definitely don't discriminate here, so. Oh, you mean a dark personality? Well, I have a bit of spiciness, I will say. I have a spiciness to myself. I want to try to get some of these blocks in here. Is that what you were streaming, E7? I know everyone... I didn't want to stream E7, really, because I know everyone's going to be summoning for SSB. And I don't need to. I know people like watching summons, so... I decided to play this today. Let's see. That didn't really help at all. I could do this and then I'll save. Yeah, let's do that. And that worked out pretty good. Yeah, I know a lot of people like watching summons. I like watching summons too, just to see what people get, you know? It's sort of interesting to see how other people's summons turned out. What happens if you auto in this game? You... No, no, I shouldn't have did it. I had it set up for me to do it. I shouldn't have did it. They do kind of dumb stuff like that. Like, that completely messed up what I wanted to do. They do dumb stuff sometimes. It'll just auto their skills. It'll do whatever they want, and, No, it's not you. I screwed up. Someone was asking me about what to do. Someone on Twitch was asking me, what happens if you auto in this game? Can you progress with just autoing? Sure. You probably can't. Well, you actually can't. They force you to complete the stages first before you're able to auto. In this game, you have to complete the stage first. But I mean, that's a lot of games. They make you manual first. When you beat the stage, then they let you auto. Thank you so much for the follow. The game looks too hard? You know... It's really not hard. They ease you into it. So... I think as you go along, you sort of pick up strategies of what makes it... what you need to do. I wouldn't say this game is easy. I think it's it looks easy. I'm actually surprised someone thinks it looks hard. I think it looks easy. But I think there's a lot of it's kind of deceptive how much strategy you actually have to do. It depends on what units you have. I feel like, your team comp plays a huge role in this game. Like, my team comp is very good. Because I have multiple teleporters. I have multiple converters. People convert tiles so I can do more combos. And then I have a lot of damage dealing units like AoE. Like I can hit a lot of blocks with their damage. So my team is set up to have a lot of utility so that I'm able to do it. Is this game swipe friendly? Like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like, is it free to play friendly? Or do you need to pay to try to get characters and stuff? This game is very... Oh, you mean, is it... You mean, do they put, can I pay to achieve advantage? That's like any game, though, technically. I think regardless of the game, if you're paying to win, like you're paying to get an advantage, like you're paying to get an advantage. Anytime you put money into a game like this, you are paying to get an advantage over someone else because you're paying to accelerate your process. Like if I was paying, you know, to buy stamina, I'm getting an advantage over someone else because they don't have all that stamina I achieved. So even something basic like that, that has nothing to do with characters, but if you're paying to get stamina, even that gives you an advantage. Any gacha game is going to... If you put money into the game, you have an advantage over someone else. Yeah, the UI is not bad. The UI is not bad. You can pay to... If you want to pay to get characters, you technically can. And stamina. I don't pay for stamina and stuff. I try to monitor my, manage my resources to use it. So. Yeah, you can. You just have to beat it one time, and then it allows you to auto. So any grindy stuff you need to do to get, like, items for Ascension or anything, you could just grind them out autoing. The auto is not too bad, but... Auto in games, I can't look at it, because they're just so... They do really dumb stuff. Thank you so much for stopping by and for the raid and all of that. I really appreciate it. And have a good sleep. Enjoy your rest. Let's see. I'll power up my thunder. Or maybe... Yeah, let's... Alright, have a good night. Oh, I'm trying to get this treasure chest over here. We're gonna go this way. Let's really fix this. Yeah, like there's definitely... This territory thing is very... It's not bad to do. This is very easy to complete, especially since it's weekly. It's not bad. Your characters don't even have to be in Epic 7. Mine were terrible. I didn't get a shine at all. Like, never mind a useful 5-star. Like, I didn't get shines at all. Didn't even get a 4-star. Good lord. Mine was horrible. Yeah. Yeah, mine sucked. They were awful. And then I did summons in Genshin, the monthly reset ones, and that wasn't great either. Probably better than my Epic 7 ones, though. At least I got a 4-star. Let's see. So I'll go here. In this, I mean, this is not bad to do. My characters are really leveled up, though, at this point. This is not bad to do, though. Actually, yeah, this one took a little while to do. Because I did it at the start when it unlocked, and I'm like, oh, what is this? And I had to keep incrementally leveling up my characters and then going back in, because each of your characters has a health gauge. And they can die, and you'll have to switch the character out. So you have to try to keep their health up. I use a healer, so I'm constantly being healed. It's usually the last part of this where, like, my health starts... I start taking damage mostly because they... Actually, I don't need to do that. I forgot it's this stage. You could just... You just have to push the buttons. So I just do it that way. But this one's not bad. As you progress through the story and level up your characters, this secret territory thing is very doable. It resets every week, so you have time to make your teams better, to be able to complete the whole thing. The story, there's certain bosses that are crazy. Like, I'm on the last boss, and they're kind of ridiculous. I had to kind of switch from a water team to a lightning team to try to do it. So I'm working on that. And then there's another mode that's like a spire. And you have to have teams of all of one element to do each one. So you need a water team, a thunder team, like for each one. And that one's really challenging. That one's like an end game sort of mode. Even though some people have been rushing it and they're already that far. I don't want to waste that though. Well, this is unfortunate. But yeah, the challenge This thing is very doable. It's a weekly thing, so they make it very doable. If you have other units other than the ones you're using built, even more so. Because the last boss in this is kind of tricky just because they make it so that you lose health every turn. Or they do stuff where you can't heal. So it makes it kind of difficult to try to keep your health up. I actually haven't played that much at all. I haven't even tried it again. I've been setting up my stream to stream from YouTube and Twitch. And I had a bunch of other stuff I had to do. So I haven't really made... I made progress in the Spire on this. A little bit, but I haven't played as much. There's a lot of other stuff I've been working on. Yeah, that's basically what happens. That's how most people beat it. Like, there was one round left. Oh, no. No. Actually... This way I get a larger combo. Yeah, this is why I like having all of this utility on my team. It adds to your strategy that you're able to do. Alright, so... Yeah, like, this boss is not the best for my team. But I'm still gonna go with it. Actually, this shouldn't be bad. It's earth to lightning to water. Yeah, I do. So sometimes maybe you may not see what someone said on YouTube. If someone asks me something on YouTube. I can see both. And it shows me an icon. It has your avatar for your account. And it has an icon of either Twitch or YouTube telling me where you're coming from. This is the first time I've ever done it, so I'm kind of like... In order to see, like, any of... The alerts are mostly coming from Twitch, though. I don't really know if there's any way to put alerts for YouTube. So I do have another... I have my mod view for Twitch open, so I can see... Probably should do the lightning tiles. So now I'll do this because it makes more sense. And I'll actually use her skill just to do some damage. Actually, if I wanted this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I do this, I'm gonna do this actually. Hold on. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Usually, even if you take a lot of damage, because they also make you take damage over time too. You can usually get your health back up over time when you go into the next part of it. Because there's like 5 levels of this. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've gotten that thing before. There's just this, which may not be bad to go towards, since there's no treasure chest or anything. Yeah, you could usually get your health back up anyway, over time. I wish I could connect these in some way. What did this do? Nah, I didn't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna do it this way. This is when I change, because obviously... Aw, man, I kind of... I'll do this. I'll do that. So... yeah, that works. That works. It makes the right connections here. Should be able to get to 15. Actually, I kind of don't like that. There we go. This should be it for this. after every victory. That could be interesting. So I mean, I could just go this way. I probably don't. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, my health gets restored anyway after fighting the boss. Since they make you do all these steps leading up to the boss, you end up just filling up your health back up again before reaching the boss. I have a lot of other units built, so... I mean, ideally, I'd like to use this main team. Usually don't have an issue until the final... Literally the final boss in this, sometimes. Just because they make it so you take damage, like, every turn, or they don't let you heal, or something like that. But it literally saves where the boss is at, and then you could just go in with another team and finish them off. We'll switch again, and then I'll do it this way. That's interesting. That gets more damage output out. Those extra damage things are not bad. There's one where you drop bombs, too. Well, it's all continuous. I mean, like, your health stays and stuff, too. So... I guess they figured it's only fair. If they're gonna make your health stay low, then they should at least let you keep the actives. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I think I'm gonna use up the yellow tiles first. I'll deal with this guy over here first. And then... I'm gonna go from there. And then... And then... Which way do I want to go? It's probably my best bet. I mean, I don't think it matters. Unless I want to end up there. It's basically the same route that I'm doing. No, it makes sense to do it this way, actually. My original plan. Just so I get the combos. So that their skills hit these two guys over here. Ice floater. All right. So we'll do that. Get that done. Go over here. It's basically the same. Why did it change my unit? Why? I mean, not that he's terrible or anything. Luckily, he's leveled up, but... Yeah, this is secret territory. I mean, he's a converter. Luckily, it switched into a... I don't know why it switched the character. Luckily, he's leveled up. So I used to use him on my team. I'd rather end next to this guy. Yeah, it is. It is. It definitely is. It's all good. Because I have a lot of... This is why I like teleporters. This is why I like units that have teleport. And when you don't have one, and you get the fear thing, it's absolutely horrendous. This is why I like teleporters, so that you can avoid this problem with them running away. Since launch. Yeah, I've been playing since launch. I like playing games right from the beginning. So. No, I did not. I did not reroll. I kind of should have in hindsight, but it was kind of annoying to have to reroll, like setting it up and whatever. So I just went, I had gotten the water unit and I had mostly water units. It kind of helped me, so. Yeah, I did not reroll. Michael was the second 6-star I got, and then I used a lot of my currency to summon for Carlene. Yeah, well, I have another... I don't know why this unit got changed. I don't know what the hell happened. I have, Connolly, who I use here. It's fine. Luckily, I used to use him, so he's leveled up. He used to be on my team, so he is leveled up. Luckily. Let's power up my Michael. But yeah, I like using this setup where it's I use one thunder. And then the rest water. I don't know why this changed the character. Let's get her back in here. He's not bad. I actually like using him. He's really good if you have him. And it actually is not bad, because having 3 converters is crazy. It guarantees that you get to do large combos. Oh yeah, there's this pain, right? Yeah. Man, they always do this to me. Actually... Just kidding, I can actually go this way. So at least we can get some damage on him. Alright, so you're doing that. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. And this should keep me out of the way. It's not helpful at all. Yeah, I actually haven't done too bad on this account, to be honest. I had to use a lot of currency, but... Like, I have none going into new banners. Well, not none. I have like 3. I think I have like a 10 full at least. Which isn't really sufficient. I don't want to waste these blue tiles. Oh, I like both of them. I mean, obviously. I like both of them, obviously. I considered this. This is kind of my main team. It has what I want on it. It took some work. I didn't start with them. Michael was the second 6-star that I did get, though. Yeah, I'm actually working on, I think it works better if you just do all thunder units, honestly. I was trying to use water units, but... Which isn't bad, you know, to have a boss where it kind of makes you build another team just because you need a thunder team, a water team, a fire team, and an earth team for the spire anyway. So that shouldn't be too bad. Setting that up. Inflict slow. I kind of like this thing, though. Yeah, really. Well, that's why I like this setup. I was originally using all water, but I had gotten Michael and I kind of wanted to use her. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try the 1-4 strat. Because honestly, using all of the same element is great. You do so much damage. But, I mean, you could do as much damage with this team. You know? Oh, I know. Like, she does the most damage for me in that. I haven't tried it again, actually. Wanted a 3-star with the minimal. I'm trying to keep, like, where the levels that my units are to a minimum. Because I want to put the video on YouTube. I don't want it to be too ridiculous where you're, like, so overpowered. but I was trying to 3-star it too, but you know. Well, that's what a lot of people do though, even in the spires. Even in the spires, which the spire in particular, and it doesn't matter because you're not wasting stamina. You can do the spire as many times as you want. If they start you off with some garbage setup for tiles, you're better off just starting over. Rather than trying to do it and you're wasting all these turns, you know, trying to get a good distribution. Like, you're better off just starting over. It happens quite a bit in the spires. Where I'm like, this is garbage. Like, it's like, whatever. So. The stages aren't too bad, and you can easily auto. I easily auto farming, so it's not bad at all. In the story. Even in this, you could technically back out, and it doesn't really penalize you in any way. If you want to redo it. I want to, if I connect this. Let's try to get as many tiles as possible here. Yeah, like, you can still attack with everyone. That's really why I like using this setup. Obviously, I can't use this setup. They don't allow you Inspire. I have enough water units. I have so many water units. That's what I was using originally. So I even have other water units built up. Interesting. Which, yeah, here we go. I'm trying to get this chest. We'll just keep going this way. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what the next part of the old seal thing is. The next part of it. All I need is the 10 logins, so. It may be more logins, and you have to get further up the spire, probably. You need 2 days. Yeah, I'm like really close, so I'll get to see it by tomorrow, I think. By tomorrow, I think I can see it. They did? I'm guessing it's just like probably more logins and you have to get further up the spire. And you have to use X amount of... It's probably the same except harder. Like, you have to do more. Oh, there is? I mean, that kind of hurts, actually. That's not that easy to get. I guess that's similar to the stamina usage. It's just you'd be using your stamina for that. You could post it in the chat. I have links enabled, so you can post it. Why won't it work for me? Let me click it here. I should have just did that in the first place instead of messing with this. Yeah, it's just actually the daily quest thing is kind of crazy. Interesting. Yeah, it maintains like the prism. Oh, okay. Well, actually, maybe it isn't too bad. Yeah, it's gonna take a long time. They basically copied a similar system like they have in Azur Lane. You have to just get there as quickly as possible, and so that you can initiate, pick your unit that you're gonna do, and then just start it right off the bat. Especially with the login stuff, you can't control that. Daily quests is another thing you can't control. You have to wait till the daily quests, you know, refresh. 2 months is kind of a lot, but in my opinion, that tells you should just take the one that you really want. Don't worry about which one's the best, or... I mean, unless you really care about that, don't worry about which one's the best, or... trying to fill out your roster of a element that you don't have, which I actually thought about. I was like, should I take one of the fire or earth because I don't have them? And then I was like, you know what? This is going to take a really long time. I'm doing what I did in Azur Lane, taking who I want, because it takes a really long time, and you kind of notice it. Azur Lane has a similar thing with special ships to get, and it's just like that. The new quests, it takes a certain amount of time for them to unlock, and then it takes a really long time to complete the quests. So it's like a couple of months before you actually get the ship that you selected, or in this one, the character that you select. And if it really is the same, I'm pretty sure you could just, get the rest of them. It's just gonna be more months tacked on. Oh, did you pick who? You could always switch, though. But I think you have to complete the quest. I think if you complete the quest, it won't reset your progress. So, like, your login thing will be reset because you didn't do it. If you read the, I could look at it after. If you go through and click through their information, it says that be careful, like, resetting, basically, because if you reset before you complete the quest, it won't be saved. But I think if you finish the quest, it will be saved. But doing 10 logins again, like, I would not risk that. I think if you finish them. I picked the unit that I wanted, so... I was debating back and forth, because I'm like, I really should take a fire or earth, because I don't have them. But then I thought about how much time it takes, and I'm like, you really should just pick who you want, because this takes so long. I did it in Azur Lane anyway, too. They had a similar system. And I just said, screw it. Yeah. Yeah. I did the same thing in Azur Lane, because people were like, take this ship, she's OP. Again, they had information about the units in that game. But I'm like, but I really like this ship, and they were saying she wasn't great, and I'm like, I don't care, I want her. So I just did that, because it takes months to get them, so... Daily login is... The 10 days is kind of annoying. The daily quests, that one's gonna take a while. The daily quest one will take a while. I think the Prism, you know, because it goes from 3,000 to 5,000 to 8,000. 8,000, 8,000, 10,000. That is a lot. 10,000 is quite a bit, especially if you're not refreshing. I don't know if it's retroactive, so how much you've spent, it's going to just say that you finished it. When you click on the next one, I'll tell you if that's the case or not when... I should be at 10 by tomorrow. The dispatch, yeah, the dispatch. All those things, they're just meant to... Yeah, 80 dispatches. That kind of stuff. That's going to take a while because you're just at the mercy of the dispatch finishing. And yeah, the recharge rate, it's not like you get to do X amount per day. You have to wait for it to recharge. So yeah, that definitely will take a while. That's like you're going to want to get all that stuff raised up so it's as minimal as possible. Because, I mean, 80 is a lot. 80 is really a lot. But I mean, they're completely maxed awakened and stuff. Those units are ridiculous. They're completely maxed awakened already. So. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that there's no Spire things. I didn't want to rush stuff, just... I'm trying to take my time with stuff and enjoy the game. And not feel like I have to be at a certain point for stuff. I made sure I did the 30. But I'm trying to enjoy the game. So I don't want to rush to get to, oh man, I have to be at Spire 60 for the next one. And I didn't want to be at that point. So. What is this thing? Yeah, those are a long time. So. They're all meant to take time. Like, it's a completely maxed awakened unit. And it's a free 6-star. I mean, they have to make it somewhat challenging. Who did you guys pick as your unit? I'm doing Regal. I have a lot of water units, but he looks so cool. I'm like, I want him. And the other option was I really like the play style of the Thunder one. Yeah, Regal looks so cool. I needed him. I was like, I really should take the fire or the earth because that's what I'm lacking. But he just looks too cool to not get him right now. To take him first. I didn't want to have the regret because I'm like, man, it's going to take multiple months. I'm gonna summon... I should be able to summon something by then, you know? Yeah, exactly. Spire 13 is so annoying. That's another one that's... It's a bit RNG heavy, depending on where the blocks are falling, because it's mostly just about breaking open the rocks and using the stones to attack with. It's not really a traditional... Do I want to use that? It's not really a traditional floor. What you have to do is a bit different on that. And yeah, 13 was harder than... 13 was definitely harder. Than 14, 15. I finished it pretty much after that. I'm still working on 15ing. That's what I'm stuck at. 13 for my water, not my water, my earth and fire teams. But I've built other characters, so I should be able to do it now. Hopefully. They're not fully leveled, the units I have. Damn. How do I get over there? You need a lot of utility on your team. I mean, it's in general. Even doing stuff like this, you really need utility on your team. That was really my problem with my earth team and my fire team. I was missing key units that kind of help out. But I actually really like the Spire just because it's an endgame kind of content, and you get to switch from your standard team that you're using to beat story with. And you actually get to use other units. I like that. I like it a lot, actually. I like that they force you to use different units. It's like, well, I have this team built. Why do I need anything else? Well, because you can't beat Spire with Thunder, you know? You need fire units. You need earth units. I like that. So you get to use a bigger pool of units rather than just a couple to beat everything. In order to beat a stage on the Earth one, I literally switched to a 4-star that allows you to teleport. And boom, I beat it. I was having trouble because, like, the enemies were running away. And I'm like, great. How am I supposed to do this without, like, a teleport? I switched a unit out for a level 1 unit. Didn't even invest in the character. Yeah, didn't even invest in her. Actually, Wendy's really good, actually. Because you get to flip-flop back and forth and teleport back and forth using her feather. So you can actually go back. She was level 1. I didn't even invest in her. But I needed a teleport. So I'm like, I'm just going to toss her in. I'll use the teleport. Her being leveled up doesn't matter with that. And it worked. But yeah, you want all those things in your... It's really good having all of that stuff on your team because enemies run away. Because, you know, the enemies could spawn on completely opposite sides. So having a teleport is really good. Converters, obviously, very important just because you want to be able to maximize your combos that you're doing. I use all of that in combination sometimes. Let me end there. The yellow blocks are screaming out to me. I was originally. And then they dropped that new banner. I put all my summons on, I put all my summons on my YouTube channel. Mostly. Sometimes, you know, the problem is sometimes I'm laying in bed and I'm like, I don't want to sit up and record a couple of pulls, like 5 pulls, a couple of pulls. This is still working, right? Why does it say that? Why does it say that? I'm clearly online on Twitch. I think it's just restream. Did my stream drop on Twitch? It shouldn't have. This is the first time I'm doing this, and I have to monitor it using a different thing. So it could just be the restream. Nope, okay, thank you. Yeah, it could just be the restream thing. Okay. Yeah, because it was saying it was offline, but... like, it still says that, but I know it's not. It's just restream. It's the first time I've done this, so... I'm not looking at it through the traditional Twitch thing. What was I doing? I need to switch. And I need to end up away from him. Although... I should have teleported over here, actually. It's fine. Yeah. Meagard is... That banner is so good. Both of those units on that double banner are really good. I was hoping for Meagard, though. The most, just because I need a Earth unit. She's really good, though, because she helps you fill in the blanks. Like, as a Thunder unit, she helps you fill in the blanks. But, yeah, she... No, I don't really think that that other unit is necessarily waifu or anything. She has good value in a team. Especially if you're using Thunder units, just because you can connect. You're able to connect all the tiles together. If you're just missing a couple of... you can fill in the blanks. What is this? This is what I want to go towards, so... I'll go this way. Yeah, exactly. She's really good. That thing is so useful for, like, filling in gaps when you're like, oh, man, I wish all these blocks were connected. She does that. It's really useful. Especially if you're playing with a Thunder team, or actually you're just building a Thunder team for the Spire. Then that works perfectly. I wish this would just... Maybe that'll help it. Meagard is actually really good. She's exactly what I actually need. Team. Like, her teleport is a bit shorter, but she does have a teleport type of skill. So she's really good. That banner's... That's all I'm saying. The 2 units on that banner are so good that it has a lot of value to summon on it. I should say it that way. I like assessing when you have banners like that and you're like, I don't know if I should wait for the new units, or I like assessing banners like that. That has a lot of value, so it's like that banner has a lot of value, so it's not a waste to summon on it for sure. And I was summoning on it mostly because I wanted Meagard. Because I need an Earth unit. I have a lot of Thunder units. I can work with what I have. My Earth team, I need a little extra on it. But I was happy to get any of them. I know the stream is still going. I don't know why this stupid website keeps doing this. I don't want to refresh it because I don't know if that would disrupt the stream. So I'm just leaving it. If it wants to act up, I'm just letting it act up. I can see my stream is still going. My streams are still both going. Inflict slow. Oh, collection. It's kind of cool. Leona's really cool. I really like her. I don't have her. I like the way she looks. She looks cool. I've seen other people with her and I'm like, man, I don't have her. She's one that I do not have. I'm not doing too bad in terms of... I don't think I have her. Or her. Yeah, there's some that I don't have still. I would like to end near this guy. Actually. Well, let's do that. The skills should hit this guy. The skills should be hitting this guy. So we'll do this. This way. No. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not sure what she does, so it's not like I would necessarily... Yeah, she does look really cool, though. I like reading what their skills are, and then I see how they fit in the team. This way, right? I don't have her. So, thank you so much for the follow. Why isn't this just automatically... Why is it being weird? Stupid restream. What am I doing here? I could teleport, actually. I could teleport over and then do this. There we go. Oh, that's kind of interesting. The -1 cooldown thing. Let's see. This one, right? Yeah, this one. Which is a weird looking... It's not a treasure chest per se. But it's definitely a treasure chest-like thing. Yeah, and this I don't usually look at units that I don't have. This is the type of game where you just use what you have. I mean, I played Arc Knights the same way. I'm just like, oh, what units do I have? And then I built a team based on that. I could do yellow to get to this guy, but I kind of want to hit more units. It's better to go with the yellows, I think. It just means I have to switch the captain, though. This is an instance where I'm running the risk of running out of captain switches. All right. All right, there we go. This is definitely an instance where I run the risk of running out. But I'll make it work. I'll make it work out somehow. Yeah, I like this is the type of game that you definitely have to like just focus on what you have, what the game gave you. So it won't be the same for everyone. Like my account was very water thunder heavy, but I've seen people say they have a lot of fire units. They have a lot of earth units. And it's like, yeah, if that's what the game's giving you, you should just move forward with those units. Because you'll have a better ability to put a team together. And it helps you with the spire anyway, so when you get other elements later on from summoning, you could just switch to creating spire teams, because that's a good part about this game. It has something like spire where having teams of each different element are actually valuable. You actually get to use other units than the team that you built. You can't just do everything with them. You can do most things with them, but not everything. And I'm guessing when they add chapters to the story, it's going to be the same thing. You may need to switch up to different elements, so. It seems to be like that with the end of this chapter, where they're like, you kind of need other units. You can't just do this story with just one element. Although, currently you really can. With the exception of the final stage. Especially if you want to 3-star it. And like for banners, honestly, with the banners, it's really good to just do 10 pulls. Or you should at least do pulls to get the guaranteed 5-star. I like doing singles for that just because you could finish. You could do 1 pull and get your 5-star and get out of there. And, yeah, just like the standard. I was actually going to use just the main character because she's really good. I got Connolly, so I wanted to use her, so I switched to her, but the units they give you are even. Like, the main character is good. And yeah, the low stars are usable, but they're definitely usable. But you could tell the difference between the low stars and... The low stars have less utility in their kit overall. That's the way I like to explain it. They do less than the 6 stars do. Like, even between the 6 stars and the 5 stars. The 6 stars have a little more in their skill kit than... It kind of toggles down. She's free. But no, like, in all honesty, someone like Carleen, she teleports, she's a converter. She's a teleporter and a converter and a damage dealer. A lot of times, hey. A lot of the other ones, like, they may do one of them, but they don't do all of that. Whereas, like, that's how you could tell Carleen is a 6-star. That's what I mean. They may do some of it, but they won't do all of it. Or, for example, Carlene's skill has a lower cooldown than a 5-star that's similar, but the 5-star is almost just as good, but their cooldown is longer. There's stuff like that, where like it's easier to get duplicates of them though to reduce the cooldown. Yeah, but she's free, for example, from the beginner banner. All of those units, yeah, she feels like a 5-star to me. She's not a 6-star really, but she's on the beginner banner that's cheaper, and you can get her for free. Like basically, you get her cheaper because they're guaranteeing you a 6-star, which is where I got her. She was my beginner banner summon. But still, the 5-stars of the same of her, she converts 2 tiles, 2 different colors to blue. The 5-star unit only does 1. They only change 1 color to another. So she still has more in her kit than the 5-star. That's what I mean. You have to look at it like that. So yeah, it's just like Arcanites. Yeah, you can complete everything with lower star rarity. It's going to be a little more challenging. You're going to have to be a little more strategic about what you're doing than, you know, what you do with 6 stars and 5 stars. Because they do have a little more in their kit than... the 3 stars basically have 1 thing in their kit that they do. They don't have like 3 things that they do. That kind of stacked kit. They're supporter type units, those ones. But they do the support. Their cooldowns aren't that short. They don't do as much damage. I use Louise and Esteban. They don't deal as much damage. So they're very support type units. And their cooldowns aren't that short. Whereas, like, if they were a 6-star, I'd probably expect them to do that, but they still deal more damage. Or they have something else to them that makes them be a 6-star compared to a 5-star. I'd say 5-star and 6-star, there's a very narrow margin for how good they are compared to each other. There's a more narrow margin than the 4-star and the 3 stars. It's not that thin. Like, their cooldowns are longer. You need dupes. It's kind of like in Genshin Impact, getting duplicates. Yeah, the 4 stars are just as good as the 5 stars. But you could see that a lot of the 4-star skills are locked behind constellations in Genshin. It's similar. Where they're just as good, but you can see some of their skills are locked behind that. And this game is kind of like that. They know it's easier to get dupes because of the summoning system the way it is. You could get a 5-star every time you summon on a new banner. You can guarantee at least 1 because they're telling you that. When you do 10 pulls, you're guaranteed 1 5-star within that. I suggest doing single pull. It's the same in Arknights is the same. They have the same type of summoning system. Every new banner, you're guaranteed at least 1 5-star or better. That's how this is. So if you pull a 6-star, I'm pretty sure you can't pull a 5-star. That's how it is in Arknights. It's 5-star or better. I'm not certain. I haven't tested it. I've done the 10 pulls, but I've always gotten a 5-star, so I can't. I've never gotten a 6-star first. But because they have that system in, it's easier to get duplicates of 5 stars. That's what makes it easier. Actually, I'm not going to do that at all. I'm going to do this. There we go. No, I mean, you should do single pulls. You should not do 10 pulls. If you're free to play, you want to do singles on every new banner until you get a 5-star and then stop. A 5-star or 6-star. I'm pretty sure it's 5 or better. So if you get a 6-star, you should stop. Because you got your 1 5-star or better guaranteed. They guarantee you 1 5-star and 10 pulls, so you're better off doing single pulls, because if you pull a 5-star on your first pull, you save 9 pulls. That's why. It's the same system in Arknights. And not everyone wants to just summon for the sake of it. Like, you should always, if you're trying to be free to play, and you're trying to do minimal pulls, always do... No, on the banners, they have a 5-star guarantee. But I'm pretty sure if you pull a 6-star, you cannot pull a 5-star after that. You used up the guarantee with a 6-star. So. I know. It's the same system in Arknights. That's how I know. And I've done it before. I do single pulls. I don't do 10 pulls. Because 10 pulls, you do not get... There's no benefit to doing 10 pulls in this game other than making summoning quicker for you. It literally says it in the song. I don't understand what you're trying to argue. It literally says it in the summoning. In their wall of text. Yeah, I have a video where I did summons recently and I counted them. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. They do not have it written in the text, but I'm pretty sure. No, it just means that they're not guaranteed. And if you want her, I would honestly just keep summoning if you want her. If you want that unit, you should have summoned for them. I feel like in this game... In this game, honestly, I feel like it's a lot like Arknights. And I was surprised when I went back to play Arknights and all of the original units that were in the game. I thought they were going to be obsolete, and they weren't. They were still top-tier units. I'm pretty sure this game is the same way. These units are still going to be good. Even when they release new stuff. You know, it depends how long do you plan on playing the game. I see myself playing it for a long time because I like to... The pity is for a 6-star, you are not guaranteed the banner unit. So even if you summon on that, you are not guaranteed that unit on the banner. They don't have a legitimate pity system in the game where you're guaranteed the unit. You can get an off-banner unit. That double banner, while great, you still can't guarantee getting the unit. hey, they have other stuff in there. It's just like Arknights. They copied their summoning system from Arknights. It's literally almost a carbon copy of it. From the increased pity when you pull to, like, it's all the same. And you get heartbroken. This is that type of game where you're pulling, you get a 6-star, and you get heartbroken when it's not the banner unit that you were looking at. It's not really a pity, but when you get to 50, it starts increasing incrementally every time you pull. So you kind of... But it could be anything. You may want that you're like, it has to be one of these two, but, you know. It's the same. They literally... This game literally copied the summoning system from Arknights. They copied a lot of the stuff from Arknights. I'll say that. The way the game plays, the gameplay is different, but a lot of the stuff in the UI, like the Colossus thing, that's just the dorm system from Arknights. Thanks so much for the follow. The way the summoning is the same too. That's how I know it's sort of... It makes you depressed when you're doing pulls in these type of games. Yeah, I suggest to do singles just because you could just get the 5, especially if you're like, I don't really want this unit, but you should, you know, I want to at least try to get the 5-star guarantee. You could do singles so that you save. Because in one of my videos, I did it to prove it. And I'm like, here, I'm going to pull until I get one. And I got my 5-star on the 4th pull. And I technically could have just stopped right there. The pulling system in this is... Even Arknights as well. They're not my favorite. They're definitely not my favorite system at all. You get heartbroken by not getting the banner unit more so than other games. By a long shot. The up rating after 50 is not bad. But you can't guarantee you'll get the unit. That's my only thing with it. I'm going to save Carlene's thing. The system isn't bad, but... You know. When you have other games that allow you to guarantee the unit, as long as you have enough pulls... They do give a lot of free summons, I will say that. This game has a lot of free summons. Especially, like, going through the Spire and everything. Yeah, I kind of wish they had at least that, actually. I do. I wish they had it where if you fail to get the unit, the next time you get a 6-star, you're guaranteed. I really wish it was like that. I think that would make the system, like, just that one change would make the system a lot better. That's totally not what I wanted to do. But now I'm gonna get hit, which I didn't need to happen. My finger slipped. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... It's not that easy to get 6 stars in the first place. So in terms of dupes, unless you really heavily whaled, I've gotten dupe 6 stars twice, actually. It's happened to me twice. Actually. Which I was really sad because it's like, oh man, I'm missing these other units and you give me a dupe? Yeah, but 4 stars are easy to get. The 5 stars, actually the 5 stars in this are not bad to get. I will say that. It froze. I feel like those units on the beginner banner might have an increased chance. Like, even though they don't say it, I feel like they have an increased chance to get them. Or maybe, yeah, it froze, I think. Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, I have never maxed out. There's probably some whales out there who've done it. There's probably whales who have maxed out their units. Yeah, there are some games that definitely allow you when you do that stuff to like disenchant them. Thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, well, that's the thing about this game. This game is literally new. We're all kind of playing it on the same level. So we don't know what's coming. We don't know what changes they're making or any of that. As a game that's just been put out, at face value, this has... Warning. This thing has... a lot of stuff in it. I actually can't believe how much content this game has. Yeah, Arknights does. They do. I'm actually surprised they didn't do something like that. Dupes gives you currency. In Arknights, dupes give you currency when you get them, and then you can buy stuff out of the shop. Like, they have a shop where they put a 6-star unit and a 5-star unit that you could just buy with that currency when you get dupes. The 3 and 4 stars give you a different type of currency than the 5 or 6 stars when you get dupes of them. But then you can use that currency. You could just save it up and just buy a 6-star outright. Yeah, actually, they have one the one they have in this game is like in Genshin where they have a store where you could buy stuff from it. Oh, never mind. I finished this today. I thought it was Friday, but... No, in Arknights, literally when you summon dupes, you get a currency that you can buy units from. In this game, it has a thing like Genshin where when you summon, you get currency. Yeah, well, you want a ridiculous amount of that. That's what they have in this game right now. That's the shop where you can go and buy a 5-star. You can buy a 5-star right now. If you wanted to. I need gold. I know it's called something else. I call it gold. I call the money gold. I know it's something else. I always call everything gold arbitrarily because I play too many games. I call it gold. I play too many games to... You know. The money, I still call it gold in Genshin, even though it's Mora. I need to fully unlock all my stuff. I have to work on that. Actually. What were the quests for that? Old Seal. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, gold is enough. Yeah, gold is good. I play too many damn games. It froze again, really? I hate how this run. This doesn't happen on my phone when I play it, but doubloons, yeah, doubloons is a good one. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. When they use different terms for the same thing, and then you're like, "What is this?" And then like someone explains to you, like, you know, who's played the game longer, and they're just like, oh, you know, this currency is the equivalent of that in this other game and this. And you're like, oh, yeah, they're confusing me with their weird terminology that they're trying to use. That happens in plenty of games where they try to get... They try to make it interesting, but it's kind of the daily quest one. So this one's when you want to keep doing all the quests, regardless of whether you completed all of these or not. You want to make sure you do all of these. The summoning one is kind of annoying. I wish we had a free daily recruitment thing. If they had a... This works. This one. This recruit once works when they allow you to do it for free. That one's kind of annoying. Gift, talk to an Aurorian. Really? I didn't do that? Talk to an Aurorian. Gift one. Oh, yeah, you can do that, but I'm trying to do the old seal thing. One of the quests is to complete daily quests. So while you can complete the 100 just to get the currency for the day, if you want to do the old seal, the one, though. I'm not doing... I'm not going to do the recruitment. Yeah, like, usually games have that free... Like, they'll have a daily quest where it says that you have to recruit a hero or whatever. But they usually have a free daily pull so that you can satisfy that quest. In this one, it's kind of... I mean, it gives you a chance to get a character, I guess. It's one of those things if you want to optimize, you want to optimize that old seal thing, which I'm not doing the... I'm not going to do the summon, even though it does move it forward. I'm not going to do that because it's kind of... I don't know. 300 is a lot per day. They're just going to sap stuff away from you. Oh, she is at 5. Yeah, no, that's why. This is kind of debating you into wasting resources you don't have. The rest are doable. Without wasting anything. Really. I'm trying to get my lightning team together. Yeah, it is. It is. Absolutely. Can I get her to 40? Yeah, I was spamming that. For exactly this reason. I've been spamming that the past couple of days. That's what I said. I've been setting up like my stream to stream from YouTube and Twitch and all of that. So I think I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, there's that too. Yeah. I do. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have this. I do. All right. I want to get her to a decent place just because she's so good. Yeah, this is where I'm going to run into trouble with that. I want to at least get her to 30. All right, maybe I do have an awful lot of these. I'll admit it. I do. I do have a lot of these. I don't have any ascension materials, though, for her. Yeah, 1, 2. I'm probably going to use these ones. Yeah, that happens. It happens. I'm usually able to do the low-level ones immediately. Usually. It's the second ascension that I usually run into issues, but it depends how many units you're leveling up. I mean, that's another thing. Using 2 different elements is kind of good because when they give you free stuff, you can spread it out. Yeah, you do get a lot from Spire. So if you've been doing Spire, you should you know, you could have collected quite a bit. Yeah, that's the thing. When they all use the same mats, it makes it hard. When you have a team with 2 elements, that's the only... You do get a lot of free stuff across the board, like boxes and stuff that we've gotten, and then you're able to sort of spread out if you use 2, which is why I started using 2 elements as well. Even though I like it better for the stages, because I think you're able to do more. Hey! No, not at all. Let's do Vice here. I just want these gone. I hate little dots. I hate dots. I just need the dots gone. Oh, you know when there's games and there's an error with the dot and they just don't go away? And you're like, oh my god, just go away. Yeah, I finished this. So I'm trying to set up this next one. The daily quest is going to take a while, so I should be able to get this. Get the gold, you know, before... The prism is going to take a while to do. I think a lot of people hate dots. It just drives it's maddening just looking at it, you know? Really? 1 after all of this work? 1? Yeah, I was really close to the money, but I actually just used it to level up my units. I don't think anyone likes dots. I think everyone finds it obnoxious, especially when there's an error in the game and you can't get rid of the dot. Oh, God. I think it's saved. I mean, it's not... I think it says it here. Somewhere. Your progress won't count towards another unit. So there's definitely that. And I think you have to complete the actual thing for it to be saved. So it won't save if you only logged in 5 days and not the 10. I think it will reset it. I remember reading something. See? Switching the Legendary Aurora and being recruited will clear the quest progress of their currently highest quest stage, but completed quest stages will not be cleared. Pay attention when switching. So... They really should have shown an example of what's safe. I'll let someone else I'll let someone else test that one out. But yeah, I am pretty sure if it looks like the image that they're showing you, it will be reset. Yeah, I think if your first page is done, that should be... it will save it, and then you'll have to start at this one. I feel like that's what it means. Like, if you just completed the 10-day quest, but for some reason you didn't beat the 30 spires yet. I think the completed thing will be saved, but I'm not 100% because it kind of... But they're saying completed quests are saved, so I think if it says this, completed, you may want to take a screenshot of it. If you're afraid, you may want to take a... if you're looking to switch, you may want to take a screenshot of what you did, showing and proving that you completed it, just in case. But I'm pretty sure it saves completed. So if you did this and then definitely switched, I'm pretty sure it just saves it, as you can see there. I know some people were saying it doesn't get saved, but that's not what's written here. It literally, you know, it's telling you. You just can't switch without it being completed. If it looks like this stuff, it won't let you. It will restart the whole thing again when you try to switch back. Yeah, I want him. I'd consider doing someone else, but... Yeah, I'm gonna let someone else test that little theory out because I don't want it getting reset, but I'm pretty sure it saves your completed. If it doesn't say completed, it won't save it. That's the only thing. He looks so awesome. Like, how can you not? I just like the way he looks. He looks awesome. I did really like the Thunder unit, but that doesn't help me. I was thinking I should take the unit that helps me the most on the elements I didn't have, but they take so long to do, you should really just pick who you want. They take months to get. So you may as well just pick who you want. There's that too, you know? You have to beat Spire 30. So there's that too. If you're trying to get the unit that you don't have a great team for that, it's going to be rough. Yeah, it's 30. That's going to be rough. This one's 30. The quest over here is the one that's 15. The growth quest is 15. Which I should do that. Let's do some Spire. I need to get this fire one where it needs to be. I should be further along in the Thunder since that's one of my better teams. But I focused on getting these to 15. Yeah, it's just like in Arknights. That system is very similar. But you have to keep in mind they're fully awakened. Like, they're max ascension units. That's kind of crazy. On top of giving you a free 6-star, for it to be max ascension. Is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna try it like this. I think I needed to level them up. Did I have stuff to level them up? No. So doing lightning. Was that the problem with this thing? His skill is ridiculous, by the way. He does a lot of damage. It's crazy. What is this setup? His skill is ridiculous. He just run people over with the train. Yeah, like, I feel like he's more damage than a converter. Because his conversion is random. Yeah, no, I know. I think he's more damage than he is a converter, you know? But the conversion is random in that area. But yeah, they're too dead for it to matter. He does so much damage. It's crazy. Some of my other units, I need to level them up. This is what happened before. Yeah, he chained combos and kills. This is awful. This is not helpful at all. Kind of want to just start over at this point, because it's kind of... I'm wasting too many turns. Let's just do this. I'm wasting too many turns. I wish this chat... I don't know why it keeps making me scroll down. He's really... I noticed how much damage. I'm like, oh, his conversion's kinda... It's okay. I'm not gonna fail, but you got to see how ridiculous it is. I'm gonna fail anyway, because look at, like, it's leaving me... I'm wasting too many turns. I'm wasting way too many turns, but at least you got to see how ridiculous he is. I was like, oh, he does that guy... And I'm like, oh my god, what is that damage? Dear Lord, actually, I don't like her. What if I try it this way? Because he changes everything in his path that, well, he changes random things in that path. I'm glad he does a lot of damage, because I'm not really I'm not too fond of the ones that change random tiles in a area. I have a water unit that does it too, and sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's not so much. Those type of units, you really have to use them in combination with other converters just so you can get more connections between. Yeah. She's one I got dupes of. I actually have a dupe so she can do it preemptively. I'm able to do the skill preemptively with her. Yeah, she converts all non-blue tiles, which is good. Because you have a chance to get more blue tiles, so you can do a bigger combo. But it's just that you have a chance of doing it. You really want a lot of blue in the section when you use her skill, just so it fills in the gaps. It's one of those things you time those type of skills when you have a good portion of tiles. It overall isn't going to help you if there's no, like his skill. It's not really great when there's no red tiles. It's better when there's some red tiles before using the skill. But in his case, he does so much damage. You're using it more secondary for the tile changes in his case. You're doing it more for the ridiculous amount of damage he does. They're not bad skills because the amount of range that they're converting is actually large. I actually like her, actually. But like I said, you really have to time those skills in a certain way for them to be valuable. And using them with other converters. You should use them with other converters. Yeah, that's why I actually, you know, you saw my team, you should have seen my team before when I was doing the other thing. I still use a 5-star one because she has a teleport. And I like having that utility on my team. I swap out one of my other units sometimes to put Raphael in, but I like I use her because she teleports and heals. So it ends up being better. Yeah, she has a lot. I always look at the units as what's their utility in combination with all the units. Like, all damage dealers, if they don't do anything else, you know, you're gonna have a hard time. Because enemies run, you know, they have the stupid guys that run away. They make units spawn too far away from you. They have stuff like that, so. Sometimes I wish his skill hit all of that area, but I guess that would be unfair. If he did the plus amount of area for damage, it'd be unfair. Let's just be honest. Yeah, the way he's set up, he's more damage dealer than converter. But he has that little extra. You know, that's what makes him a 6-star. He has that little extra. Raphael is the same. She's really a support unit. The quintessential support unit. She has a heal and she has a conversion type of skill. Angelina? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Angelina's a weird one. Actually, I have Maggie's skill. Yeah, he's definitely... That's It's really just an additive in his kit. So I was like, oh, it's another one of these random conversion things. But then I saw the amount of damage he did, and I'm like, what the hell is this? You never played Arknights? It's some of the systems in this game are similar to Arknights. The gameplay is completely different, but they're both strategy games. There is that. They're both strategy games. I want to end up here. How's it lame? I think it's ridiculous. I think it's pretty freaking ridiculous. I know, I think it looks ridiculous. He's summoning a train that runs people over. Okay, I see what you mean. If you're saying, like, it's a little generic, yeah, okay, I can see that. For sure. Yeah, I don't have enough. My skills aren't up. Nothing. And they're right outside of his range. These dumb bugs. Oh. Well, this is not helpful at all. Two turns? Yeah, this is not possible just because I can't get anywhere. This is not even the hard one yet. 13 is the hard one. That kind of works without a healer, though. Oh, man. My fire. If I have him, I need him higher. This is really what I did. I really just focus on... Yeah. I didn't need a healer too much for that, so I'm better off just using a unit, but... They definitely need a good healer, because the healer that they have is kinda... She doesn't do anything else. Doesn't really contribute anything else. Yeah, we're probably just gonna get 2 new banners that are gonna replace the current ones. Not the double banner, but... I don't have Victoria. I didn't need a healer. I need damage dealers. I wasn't taking damage. so. I don't have Victoria. I would like to get him to the next ascension. I have quite a bit now, actually, after summoning so damn much. So, I want to ascend him. Him I do like. I like these two. And I don't mind Nails. Regina. I think she's mostly damage dealer. I do like that she hits everyone on the field. I do like that. Brock? I mean, I've looked at all of them before. What does he do? That is kind of good. That is kind of good. Yeah. He is good. That is true. It's a lack of tiles. That is kind of good. I need to level up these units. They should be 20 at least. And I really should ascend him, to be honest. Yeah, definitely. He's very good for that kind of thing. That kind of setup. Brock gives an attack boost. Yeah, I have another unit that when I get to use his skill, you do like double the amount of hits. I mean, the problem with I should have just restarted that one just because like the tiles weren't placed. You kind of get screwed sometimes in the Spire. It's like you wonder why. You just have to bring in multiple converters with you for exactly that reason. So it can all be going well for you, and then there's like no tiles, and you're like, really? I could have did this, but you choose to do this. But yeah. I may consider Brock, but I don't know if I want to level up another unit or just like I can do it with the units I have. I just need it to kind of work out. They're not that leveled, you know. That's one of the teams I just started working on, really. I was focusing on my other units just because there's other stuff I had to complete, and I wanted to finish the 30 spire for water, and I was working on that. So fire and and then I worked on the earth one, so I got that one done the other day. Yeah, like that's the thing. Luckily, you get to do it as many times as you want, so it doesn't matter. It's not like you have this many tries. But let's be honest, isn't that what makes this game kind of awesome? That they actually have a mode in this game where you literally can just do it until you complete it. Which floor? Oh, I'm trying to complete the fire one. That's the last one I have to get to 15 with. That's the last one I have to get to 15 with. I'm on 12. I started making progress after getting Sharon, honestly. He's very good. Yeah, you need to have those kind of things in these games because it's really bad when I should say it like this. I hate games that don't do it because it's like, don't you want people to play your game? Don't you want people to play your game? Because when I'm not playing this game and you stop me, when you stop me from playing your game because of a dumb stamina system where you have no other modes where you could just play, I'm finding other games to play and I might like that game better than yours. Like, I may swap to a competitor's game because you don't have a system like that. That's why I think that type of system is important for games. Well, you can't actually indefinitely pay because you're capped. Even if you're paying to get stamina, you're capped off at 10 refreshes. So after you do that, you can't play anymore. I don't do refills, by the way. I do the 30 sometimes, and I've done the 40, 60 sometimes. Very minimally. But no, I don't do that. I do not suggest doing the 10 refreshes. It's crazy. That's expensive. I do play a lot, actually. I play other games. I haven't been able to play this that much because I do have a real life that I have to do stuff in. Normally, I would have played this more, but I had a lot of stuff I had to do and get done. I play other games, too. Like, I play Epic 7, I play Genshin Impact, I play Counterside. And I play this. But I had other stuff besides gaming that I needed to get done. So you know, that's just the way it is. But the thing I like about this game is I was able to do my dailies. I made some progress. Like, I did the spires. This is the last one. The fire one's the last one I have to get to 15. But what I like about that is I can play on my own time. It doesn't matter that what I've completed. And I want to play this game to enjoy it. I don't want to rush because other people are rushing. I mean, anyone who's played Genshin sees how good that worked out for people. Where they were saying to hurry up, rush. Like, just hurry up and rush and do everything. How to level up quickly. And then they're like, oh, there's no content in the game. There's no content in the game. Well, why did you rush? You could have spread it out a little more. You could have spread out your time. It's like it was a personal choice to rush everything. There's actually a lot of content in Genshin. People were rushing. It was crazy. That's when the game started. Obviously, we're way down the line. In my opinion, MiHoYo made a lot of bad choices with the game. And they ruined something that absolutely could be like billions of dollar kind of game. If they focused on actual content, you know? I don't have an issue with whaling, but like, that's not a whaling thing. That's encouraging people to rush when there's no actual reason to. They kind of did, though. Or rather, I should say they were focusing on making the wrong type of content. Because, like, in my opinion, they waited way too long before dropping another area, for example. A new area should have been already released, like, ages ago. Ages ago. So many people quit, you know, in the January, February, like, around that time. It's because it takes so long for them to put stuff out. That's actual content. No, they waste time making dumb events that have nothing to do with your units. They're just little mini games that it doesn't matter what units you have. I think they really just... They took something that they could have really made profitable, like in an extreme level for a prolonged period of time, and kind of... They're mismanaging it. There needs to be a shorter time frame between them dropping new areas to explore, because, like, that's really the point of Genshin. Getting into an area and exploring it. And people use, you know, the snow area as an area that... Oh, well, who goes there? Well, why would you when you literally take freeze damage when you're in the area? It's not exactly conducive to being in there just for the hell of it. It's not that kind of section. So it's like, yeah, you just finished everything there and got out. I don't like auto in games like Genshin. At all. Just because I don't get the point of playing the game if you're just going to leave that running on auto. Because a lot of MMOs on the phone are like that. Where everything's auto and they're running to the quests for you and doing all of that. And I never understood the point of it. I always stopped playing after one day because I didn't get it. I played a lot of MMOs, so it's like, to me, I want to actively do... I actively want to play the game. Yeah, that's a problem with Genshin. They made all of this side stuff that's kind of just dull. And not really why people liked the game. The reason people liked the game was because it was an open world. You got to explore and do all of that. And that's the fun part of this game. That's the fun part of Genshin. How does Genshin doesn't have auto? No, MMOs on the phone don't necessarily have PvP. It's just everything's all auto. You literally don't do anything. And I don't get the point of that. Why bother playing it? I play a lot of games, so it has to be something... I'll be honest, I won't play Genshin on the phone. For the same reason. I hate playing games where you have to move around like that on the phone. I play on the computer with a controller. Yeah, exactly. Like, Genshin is... I've said it repeatedly when I get feedback. I'm like, your game is more like an MMO than it is... Or like a console game than it is a mobile game. Like, you need to... People are playing this really to do all of the exploring type of stuff in Genshin. Oh no, I can play it on my... It runs... I should make that clear, I guess. It runs on my phone perfectly fine. I hate playing those games on my phone. Because I think the control of it... I personally do not like it. I like holding a controller and feeling like I'm playing a regular game. Like, all the buttons are there. I know exactly where it is. I do not like phones because you're just tapping the screen with your fingers. Kind of like wherever. And I just don't like it. I don't feel like I can get the finesse that I have playing with a controller. Or even playing with the keyboard. Even though I forget the keyboard with Genshin, I won't do that either. I did play MMOs with a keyboard. I did. But eventually I switched to just programming a controller. They made it to be a phone game, but it's in my opinion, I would not play Genshin on the phone. Thankfully, they have a PC client that I'm able to use. And it runs better on the PC anyway. It runs okay on the phone. I have a good phone. Like, it runs fine on the phone. But it does run... You can see the superior... It runs in a superior fashion on the computer. You know, I have the very large screen that I get to look at. I program the keyboard keys to a controller. I don't use Genshin's thing, so I could still use my mouse to click on things. That's how I play Genshin. I don't play Genshin with their own, you know, keyboard, their own joy key thing for using a game controller. I don't use the internal thing. I keep it set on the keyboard, that I'm using the keyboard, and then I program the keyboard keys to my controller using a separate thing. A separate program. And that's all the program does. It programs keyboard keys to a controller. So I'm still able to click around using the mouse. I don't have to click around using my controller playing Genshin. So my experience playing Genshin is a very pleasant one because I even changed how I use my controller. Yeah, holding the phone does hurt faster. I just don't like it. Just overall, that whole thing, it does. You get pain on, like, your wrists and, like, the joints on your thumb. On your thumbs doing it. Because I have played some games. That's how I know I don't like it, you know? Yeah, but isn't that on the phone only, which kind of made me kind of sad. That made me kind of sad. Yeah, it's definitely carpal tunnel inducing. I don't like auto. Gray Raven is one that I was looking into, but I don't like how... I think it's just on the phone. So that kind of made me a little disappointed. And well, I really don't like auto in those games because I just feel like, what's the point of playing it? I know we auto in a lot of these other kinds of games, like this one, when you're farming resources and stuff, but even MMOs, I don't like it. Because it's like, you're playing the game. I don't want to use too many of that. Like, even games that are strictly auto, sometimes I get upset because I'm like, I want to play this, but I'm not actually playing this. I'm just, like, autoing. So, like, things like Epic 7, I do a lot of autoing because it's just, like, resource grind. So it's just you autoing all the time. That's why I like playing. I play a bunch of different games because while that's autoing, I'm playing another game. That's what I like about Genshin. I can run around and actively play the game. So when I want to actively play the game, that's a good one. Like, Alchemy Stars is also a good one just because there's a lot of this extra content like the spires and stuff that you get to actually play. Yes, but I'm not going to play... I'm not going to play every single game I play is auto. I already auto Epic 7. I already auto, you know, Counterside. It's one of those things. That's okay, but honestly, I'm at the point of I really need a console game. Thanks so much for following. Sometimes I just actively like playing a game. Or I want to. And I'm bothered when I can't. That happens to me with Epic 7 a lot. I'm like, I want to play, but there's nothing to do but auto. Games like Genshin I won't play. I already know it just because from experience. I've tried MMOs and stuff. I don't like RTA in Epic 7. I hate modes like that. I don't like PvP, really. In Epic 7, I keep myself at a certain level in Arena. I do Guild Wars all the time. Because I don't like screwing up stuff for other people. And I do not like RTA. I did it the first season. And I don't like how clunky it is. It takes way too much. It takes way too much time. The back and forth and all of that. I tried Dragon Raja. And I stopped playing. That's one of the ones I stopped playing. Abyss you can't do on a regular basis. I played Epic 7 for 3 years. I've been playing since launch. There's really nothing for me to do in that game. I'm on floor 109, which is a pain in the ass because I have to switch my gear around. So I have to wait for free gear removal to even do Abyss at this point. So Dragon Raja was one I tried and I stopped playing the very first day. Because it looked cool. I'm like, I saw people play and I'm like, you know, that looks kind of cool. I kind of want to try it. And then it just didn't catch me. No, my brother did, though. My brother played Soccer Spirits quite a bit. Yeah, I try to play games that, even when I play multiple games, like all the games I said that I play, they're all very different. So when new games come along that have a different type of combat and it's not the same thing, I usually try to play it. Especially I've played so many games at this point. It has to be something that actually has some kind of interest or like unique thing like this game has. Alchemy Stars has a very unique gameplay. It's kind of refreshing actually, because a lot of people do a lot of gaming companies do the RPG strategy, which you just get from games like Epic 7, that kind of game. And that's not even new in itself. We've played, you know... I've played RPGs for a long time, so it's not like, you know... like Bejeweled sort of stuff. I played some early on when I was playing gacha games that had that kind of system. The you know... yeah, you know. I look for new games that have something different to them. Because I've played a lot of just regular games. Sometimes it just falls off. You know, I stopped playing a lot of games, and I always say this, it's not because I hated the games. It's because I just didn't have time for them. I couldn't keep up with all of them. So I just stopped playing, because I had to drop some stuff. It's not that I hate the games. At all. But yeah, there's that. I mean, even a console game that you buy, and maybe it has... you know, there's no close off to it. You can just keep playing the game. You stop playing the game because something new comes along. You just get bored of the same game loop. You know, a lot of times it's because you just get bored of the game loop. It's not that you inherently don't like the game. It's just you're kind of tired of doing it. You know, when you've done the same thing for years. Which is how I feel about Epic 7. I've been doing that for 3 years. The same game loop. So I have to play other stuff in order to keep playing that game. That's the only reason why I keep playing. I'm able to consistently play games for so long. It doesn't mean that the game's bad. It's just like, you know, you could play a console game. You paid $70 for it. You play it for a week. You know, maybe a month, and you stop. Because something else comes along or whatever. Doesn't mean you hate the game. It's just... you got bored of doing the same thing repeatedly. Especially once you get to end game and you're just trying to sort of grasp at straws to do stuff. Especially in a console type of game. I should actually, it's pretty late, actually. Yeah, I mean... I've stopped playing a lot of gacha games, but it doesn't mean that I hate them. I actually like the games. I was playing like 7 games at one point. That's really what the problem is. I'm like, I can't keep up with this. The other thing was that, you know, I saw a video of a game I had played closing down. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's true. I really should rethink this. Because... Do I really want to see the end cycle of a game because it shuts down? Or maybe I should just quit while I'm ahead instead of like forcefully playing the games. So I've tried to keep my how many games I played down to a minimum. I've been playing Epic 7 for 3 years. I played Fire Emblem Heroes for like around 3 years too. I played some games for a really long time. Fire Emblem Heroes is one that I stopped playing. So I was kind of trapped in the same loop. And I was really just playing the game to collect summoning stuff to summon. That was it. I wasn't really putting too much effort into it at that point. And I'm like, you know what? I just did the last summoning session and then called it a day. I think it's best to do that, honestly. All right, well, it's basically lunchtime for me. I have to go eat something. I actually have to do something for my family too, so I better get going. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and for all the follows. I really appreciate it. And the raid. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.